If you're hearing ringing, buzzing, hissing, or a high-pitched noise right now, stop scrolling and listen carefully, because what you're about to hear may explain why this sound hasn't gone away no matter what you tried. Most people believe ringing ears come from age, loud noise, stress, or damage that can't be reversed. But a group of researchers connected to Harvard uncovered something very different, and it changes everything you've been told about tinnitus. According to them, the ringing is not the real problem. It's only a warning signal. The real issue is a hidden neurological loop inside the brain that, once activated, keeps replaying the sound again and again, even in silence, even at night, even when your ears are perfectly fine. That's why eardrops, hearing aids, and generic supplements fail. They never address this loop. What's shocking is that this loop does not stay open forever. The researchers found that there's a critical window, roughly 14 days, where this loop can still be interrupted naturally before the brain locks it in as a permanent pattern. Once that happens, the ringing often becomes chronic. This is why timing matters more than intensity. It's not about how loud the ringing is, it's about how long the brain has been reinforcing it. And here's the part almost no one is told. Many people with tinnitus don't actually have damaged ears. Their hearing tests come back normal, yet the ringing continues. That's because the sound is being generated by the brain itself, not the ear. Inside the full presentation linked below, you'll see how this loop starts, why it feeds on stress and silence, and how a specific sequence discovered by neuroscientists can calm the signal before it stabilizes. This isn't a drug, it doesn't involve surgery, and it doesn't require masking the noise with white sound for the rest of your life. Instead, it works with the brain's own ability to reset faulty signals, something scientists once believed was impossible after childhood. What makes this especially urgent is that many people unknowingly make tinnitus worse while trying to fix it. Things like constantly checking the sound, focusing on it, or panicking about it actually strengthen the loop. Even searching for cures over and over can train the brain to treat the sound as a threat. The Harvard researchers explain why this happens and how to reverse it, but only if you act before the loop fully hardens. That's why the 14-day window matters so much. If you've been told to just live with it or that tinnitus is permanent, you are never given the full picture. New brain imaging technology revealed activity patterns that weren't visible a few years ago. Once scientists saw this, everything changed. They realized tinnitus behaves less like an ear damage and more like a stuck alarm system. And like any alarm, it can be shut off if you know the right sequence. The reason this isn't common knowledge is simple. It doesn't rely on lifelong treatments, prescriptions, or devices. It's a short, structured method designed to interrupt the loop quickly. People who used it reported quieter nights, better sleep, reduced anxiety, and in many cases, complete silence again. But results depend on acting before the brain adapts permanently. That's why watching the full explanation matters more than just hearing a summary. Right now, you have two choices. You can keep hoping the ringing fades on its own, or you can understand what's actually happening inside your brain and decide if this approach makes sense for you. The full video explains the science step by step, shows why previous methods failed, and walks through the exact process used in the studies. There's no pressure, but there is urgency, because once the loop locks in, reversing it becomes much harder. If this ringing has been stealing your sleep, your focus, or your peace, don't ignore this message. Watch the full presentation while this window is still open and decide for yourself. The link to the VSL is in the description. Take a few minutes now. Your future silence may depend on it.